Hello, this is Joni. I'm back to share day 9 and 10 of Polly's Pretty's collaboration, Beauty and the Bee. So these are my cards. And this one I haven't glued together yet, so I'm going to glue it here now because I really wanted to show you how I got this really cool effect. And I wanted you to be able to see it. So, this was the card. Doesn't that look so amazing? I really like the way that turned out. I kind of made it like a banner. Kind of just was happening. Just found this little tassel as I was going through trims and cleaning up my space. So what I did, I still used one of the banner cards. That's the zigzag of the pink banner. And this was some of the paper that I'd used. And so I started to cut out just the little hexagons, and I thought I could maybe glue those on, but then the relief was so cool, so I ended up using that, and I left part of it, and then I had the relief there of the hexagons, and I really like the way the pink pops through there. And then for the gold, because this side, the Aunt Bee sits on this side, so I just cut out, gold drips from some paper. But here, I wanted to play with the glitter. I had this kind of gold nugget. I don't know if you can see it. Gold nugget type glitter. And so it gives this kind of 3D effect. I don't know if you can see it. You can. And it just looks cool. And then I sprinkled some regular, just glitter. I shouldn't have smashed it quite in as much. I should have done the first tap off and then put the other glitter on so that it was sparkly, but I learned from my mistakes. That was just some trim that I thought, well, once I made this card, then I thought, oh my gosh, these little tassels. So I thought it kind of made me think of like, like, I don't know, a king banner, some kind of banner. It would be maybe, a tapestry in a church or in a hall or college or something. And so I thought that's the honey. So I added the little tassels and then I put the gold on there. The prompts for this one, for number 9, was honeycomb and chipboard. So there's my honeycomb. I really like that. So then I had to make my little girl. So I have my little bee to glue on there. But let me show you Aunt Bee. So I gave Aunt Bee gray hair. And she also has a little crown. This was a heart chipboard that I sat and painstakingly painted glitter. This was yellow in the container, but when it sprinkles out, it kind of looked green. So then I accented it with that yellow gold, just a glop of glue. And I think she looks adorable. So there's her little wings. And then I gave her, a glitter polka dot dress. But then she needed an apron. So when I did the reliefs of these, or I cut out I used that as her apron. When I just added a little tie there, you can see a little bow. The lighting's so bad. And then I cut out one of the tiny ones, and I made her a little pocket on her apron. And there's her honeycomb. And so I'm going to glue her right here. She's flying in, and then here is the bee. So I'm going to do that real quick. I just wanted to show how that was made before I glued these down. Because I really think that honeycomb effect looked so neat that I thought other people might also find that neat. So I wanted to show it while it was naked, because if I covered it up with the doll, it made it kind of hard, for me anyway. I would have had a hard time understanding what you were showing me. I was trying to think, like if I was watching that, I'd go, no, I wouldn't understand looking at that. Okay, so let's put our little bee here. He's so cute. I cut him out of a sticker, actually, I think he was. Or, one of those kids, one of Boo's old, books when they were little, those little activity books. They'd glue, little bees or bugs or around the world or something. We all know what they are. Okay, so let me get my bee on. There he goes. Oh, he's so cute. And then we're going to add Aunt Bee. Aunt Bee is going to come in like this. How did I get her hair like that? I forgot to mention. So for her hair, I die cut the same hair. Oh, I should have brought one over, but you can, because I kind of have hers covered, but it's the same exact hair except I cut off the little ponytails, and then in one of them I trimmed, the widest one down, made it look like a bun, and then I just kind of folded it over so she'd have a little bun. And the paper was already sparkly, so went and colored in all of the little cuts that the dye makes with a gray watercolor pencil. And then I just kind of went in and blended that with the paintbrush, and that gave her that kind of gray hair effect. Well, I think it's cute. I wanted her to be Aunt Bee. And then, so I'm going to glue her on now. Let's see, where are you going to go, Aunt Bee? I want her kind of hanging out like right there. So, and then I'll show you number 10. It should be clear by now that I have a problem. I get a little carried away. I think, well, what about this? Well, what about that? Yakety yak, splatity splat. Okay, so that is adorable. She makes me giggle. I like her. And so that's how I made her. Okay, and I just wanted to show that again, because you can tell now that you don't see the rest of that card, so I covered her with it. So there it is. I love it. And if this is your first time seeing my little cards, I'm doing them as a banner. So they're going to go hanging up in my room. So that one's the little banner piece. So it does look like a banner. Okay, I won't move it. I'm going to leave it right here to dry. Okay, and then number 10 was the word bloom and flowers. So what I did here was I kind of had fun again. I thought, what if I made her flower her dress the flower? So I dug and dug and dug. I don't have a lot of stuff, but I did find this, and it worked as a little dress, and it was like a 3D sticker, so it almost looked like it had like ruffles or lace at the bottom. Had a little sparkle, so that became her dress, and then I worked around that. So I did give her little wings, but she's not a bee. She's just like one of the other girls, but I did give her wings, and I made those with some leaf beads or dangles, and I just glued 2 together there, and I had one there, so right behind these leaves. Those leaves are what really made me think, oh, I should try to make little wings. So I did. So they're there. And then I gave her a little, a crown with some, you can see that, some trim there. Just the top of some trim. And then I gave her a 3D flower, which kind of looked to me like a big diamond or a big crown. And then I tipped it with glitter. And then I added this tiny little cross or star that Beth sent me. These are some Beth beads that I made for her little hair bows. I wish I'd thought ahead of time to have her hair kind of come in or layer it, but I didn't. So I lost a lot of her hair there, but that's okay. You're looking at cards. And so that's how she is, and I liked her hair, and I just kind of highlighted it. And then it had the word bloom, so it says keep calm and bloom on. I think so. So I had these 3 flower kind of, cabochon, and they showed a flower blooming. So it has the bud stage, and then as it opens, and then when it's fully opened. And I was looking for maybe little butterflies for her hair bows, but I didn't end up using them. I like the beads instead. But in my little butterflies, there was a tiny broken half of a butterfly. So I stuck it inside that flower, and I think that is really neat looking. And it highlighted that hot pink. That's some of my crochet, little vine, and it's encircling the flower. I love the way that turned out. I make a lot of these vines because I like to use them, so that's something I could share some of those. That's just a little piece of ribbon in the background. And then, of course, she's hugging the bee because she's in the garden. She's one of the flower fairies, whereas, you know, she's the bee, Aunt Bee. Anyway, I love them. I freaking love doing these. I might have a problem because now I don't want to stop. I just want to keep making different ideas for these little dolls. So I think I have a hobby now. So I'm in love with them. I just love them. And I'm starting to figure out how to move their little legs and articulate their arms. And so now she's flying. Because it just comes like that anyway. I'm just having a blast. So there's those 2 days. Okay. Thanks for stopping in with me. Bye.